Hey everybody, welcome to Red Shirt Wednesday. Nice to see you. We did not plan this, but just so happens. But welcome to another webinar. This one was basically set up for our Project Supremacy users, but we also invited all of our Pixel Scout members too, because we know we talked about V3 a few weeks ago, and let you guys go check it out. We have a free version and everything like that. So many of you got in there and signed up. Some of you are actively using it, and some of you aren't. You may think that, oh my God, there's too many buttons. I don't know what to do. And we know the feeling. We understand, but we try to break it down for you on webinars like these and just show you how easy it is to use, really. Once you just overcome the, what do you call it? Just the intimidation of, what all it does, because it is such a beast. We do understand that. It does a lot of neat things, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, but that's why we have these webinars, just to continuously go over all the ins and outs of how it's used and how we use it, and how our users are using it to be more productive, managing all of their properties. And then of course it does other things that that you would normally have to pay for, like keyword tracking, schema development, site restores, monitoring, all those kinds of, a lot of that you just set and forget, and it does it all for you. So all right, well, welcome. Me and Herc are here, and we'll probably shut down the video in just a second to shut off the distractions of me fiddling around, but I guess let's get this party started. Herc, you got something to show? And I can't hear you, Herc. Your mic is out.
Oh yeah,
there you go. You were muted.
So I'm gonna just turn off my camera, everyone, so we can just focus on the screen. But give me a 1 if you see the Project Supremacy V3 dashboard. Just make sure the video is sharing. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna get off video here.
Me too. You turned the screen off? What happened?
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right.
Sorry.
Bye, y'all.
There we go. All right. So, like Todd said, this is a Project Supremacy V3 training webinar. It is our main core software, or maybe now Pixel Scout is another one of our main core softwares, but either way, amazing software. A lot of you already have it, some of you don't. A lot of you are Pixel Scout users. Now we're starting to blend these webinars with different people that belong to different projects of ours or softwares of ours, and we want to just start kind of introducing everybody to everything that we got, because they do blend together very, very nicely. And as customers of ours, obviously, we're going to give you guys deals and great opportunities to get into all of our softwares better at a better rate than what the general public will just coming in. So there's a couple things I want to cover before we get started on the Q&A, and I already have a bunch of questions coming in that I will answer. But number one, this webinar is being recorded, and it will go into a replays area, and I'm going to start putting some links in the chat box here. So I'm going to load up this area here and give you the link. This is where you can come to find the replays of all the Project Supremacy webinars that we've had in the past. Now, you've probably already seen it, but if not, I'm going to go over this again. We cover a lot of topics, and there's a lot of hours of webinar content that is in this database. So we no longer put the tabs along the top where you can go to a specific day and watch a webinar, but instead we have this searchable database of all our webinars, where if there's a specific feature of Project Supremacy V3 that you want to use, you can just literally come here and type it in. So let's just say like keyword research. Okay, you could just type in that word, and then every time we've talked about keyword research in all of our past webinars, you can see we've done it 24 times out of 625 entries. You can come here, and this link will lead you to the webinar and the point in the webinar where we talk about specifically this note, you know what I mean? So this is me speaking about Project Supremacy on affiliate marketing and the most important part about building an affiliate site. But if the word affiliate shows up, or keyword research shows up in any of these areas, it's going to be there. So it's a quicker way to sort through everything that we have. So keyword research, open graph, project planner, probably Ahrefs now is in there, integrations. So I saw a question about that. So just make sure that you visit this so that you can watch all the replays and quickly find the answers to your questions that you need to get in order to figure stuff out. The next link that I want to give you guys is this one. For anybody that's on this webinar that doesn't have Project Supremacy v3, this link will get you a free account. Okay, so there's another link for you for Pixel Scout users. And even if you're not a Pixel Scout user and you don't have an account yet, go ahead, it's fine. You can use this. And what this will get you, all the stuff is basically listed here. Our free account is going to allow you to do basically WordPress management functions on 50 sites, and that's going to be free forever. You'll always have that. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to put in a credit card or anything to use that. You'll get it, and you'll always have access to that WP management and SEO functionality of Project Supremacy v3 for 50 sites, free forever. And then some of the features, though, you will get a free trial of. You won't get full access to them. You will get, normally we do a 14-day free trial. From this sign up page you're looking at, it's going to be a 30-day free trial of all the features. And they're all, you can see what is on a free trial. It's denoted here in the little orange word that says free trial. So those features actually will get locked after 30 days, unless of course you do upgrade to a paid plan. And then of course we have all the main functionalities. You can open each of these up and read more about it. But if you just want to see kind of a different point of view, as well as our pricing and stuff like that, you can just go to v3.projectsupremacy.com as a comparison. This is what the general public sees right now. Okay, you guys, the link that I just gave you is where you can go and kind of, it's like a backdoor link to get an extended free trial. And I already saw somebody asking about pricing, and I'll just kind of go over that real quick. But once again, remember, you guys are getting the free version where you can manage 50 WordPress sites free forever. And then you get a 30-day free trial, and those are the additional features. So you can track up to 50 keywords in our rank tracker. You can get the AdWords volume and CPC for keywords that you're doing keyword research for, 50 of them free for 30 days. 50 keyword competition metrics, that's in the project planner, where you need to know how easy or difficult a keyword is to rank for based on how many other sites are competing for those keywords. 50 credits to pull in Ahrefs and Majestic stats into your websites, and then a 30-day free trial of our schema builder, and then we'll add one sub user. So the pricing though, guys, we have 3 pricing plans. Everything's based on monthly or annual. Personal is $47 a month. Pro is $97, and then up to $147. If you go annual, basically you get 2 months free. You pay 10 months and you get 2 months free. So I'll leave you that. You guys can go through that and look at all that, and you really won't have to really even look at this stuff for at least 30 days. And then that way you'll be able to make a decision once you start using it. And I'm going to get rid of that. That's a little aggressive. So if you're a Pixel Scout user and you forget where the link is, you can go into your Pixel Scout members area, go into the webinar area, and then the replays, and there's a tab here that says free software. Okay, and underneath, this is a whole webinar for Pixel Scout users where we're training you on how to use Project Supremacy v3. And this link right here obviously just leads you back to the same place that I showed you and gave you a link for, where you can sign up for an extended 30-day free trial, but still get to keep that 50 sites free forever. So those are the links that you guys will need. This is the webinars link. I believe that's really, oh yeah, and then there's the Facebook group. I guess I should give you guys that as well. This is also a private group for Project Supremacy users. We try and keep our groups a little bit cleaner. If you're a Pixel Scout user, we want you posting your Pixel Scout questions in the Pixel Scout group. If you're a Project Supremacy user, we want you posting your Project Supremacy stuff in the Project Supremacy group. So go ahead and you can request access to this group. It is a closed group. You can see there's, oops, yeah, I did that right. There's like 4,300 members in here. So quite a few users in there. So there's everything you basically need. So let me start with a question too. Give me a 1 if you've never used Project Supremacy v3 and you have no idea what it even is. Give me a 1 if that's you. Never used it, don't know what it is. Okay, give me a 2 if you've used it, or at least if you know what it is. It'll kind of help me define how deep I should go here. Okay. So typically on these webinars, guys, what we do is we kind of, number one, make an assumption that everybody has it and has been using it. So we just basically, there's no, sometimes I'll come in when there's new features and I'll explain the new feature and show you how it works. But typically we assume that you have it, you've been using it, and that, you know, you haven't had a question answered in the Facebook group or something, or you haven't found it in the webinar replays. And then you come on these webinars and you can ask me questions about V3 and I'll take you through it and show you how to use it. This particular webinar may be a little bit different though, because of the people that typed 1, where they don't even know what it is or how to use it. And I think for you guys, go ahead. I'm going to just start taking questions. And as I start doing things in here, you'll start getting an idea of what it is. But the quickest way to say it is it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife for people who do SEO services or even just WordPress management services. So at its core, it's a WordPress manager, right? So you can add the PSv3 plugin to your blogs. And once you add them to your blogs, you can come here and this becomes a central dashboard where you can get and you can control, manage, get all kinds of information about all of your sites from one place. So you can see, like here, we're getting screenshots of sites and there's boxes everywhere and it just looks crazy. But it's really awesome. It allows you to basically sit in a cockpit and manage hundreds of sites if that's what you want. Like you can see I'm managing 194 websites. So like when things like WordPress cores, plugins, or themes become out of date, you'll see them on your dashboard and you can click update with one button. So like these sites won't work because I know they're down right now, but like you can see, I don't have, out of 194 sites, I don't have any plugins or themes that need an update because I can literally log in every couple days and just see what needs an update and click update all. And then it just, you can see it runs and then updates everything for you. I can see the comments that come in. I can see the optimization, spam comments, post revisions. Reviews are for when you're using Project Supremacy v3 to collect reviews on your site and display aggregate ratings. The reviews, you can set them to show up to be approved before they show up. So they all kind of funnel into your dashboard. And then, so the dashboard is just a quick view of everything and a quick way to update everything. The websites becomes a more individualized website data where you can one-click access your WordPress admin login. You can add your cPanel. You can see metrics through Ahrefs and Majestic if you want to do that. If you want to pull in and see backlinks and stuff like that, you can also hide those as well, as you can see. You can do site speed performance analysis. We do uptime monitoring and notify you if your sites go down. We do Google indexation checking. Tagging is something that you can add to your sites, to each individual site. So for instance, the easiest way I always teach it is I add 3 tags to each site. And one is the type of site that it is. The second tag is where it's hosted. And the third tag is where it's registered. And the nice thing about tags is if I want to quickly only work on a specific group of sites that are either hosted somewhere or registered somewhere, I could just apply a tag. So for instance, there's all the tags I got. Blue ones are the hosting tags, green ones are where they're registered, and orange ones are what type of site they are. You can see I also have some other random stuff that I do, but those are the main 3 I use. But tags you can get as creative as you want. And let's say I want to look at just sites that are hosted on Easy Blog Networks. I can click Easy Blog Networks tag, and it will only load those tags. And I can see right now that there's some problems showing up on Easy Blog Networks, which is funny because I actually just messaged my coders this morning. They made an update to their system, and and I immediately knew that their system update is causing an issue with our site. So we're looking into that already. But this is kind of the point of this. This is the point of the WordPress management. Had I not had this, those sites would have been down and I may not have known it, right? But as soon as something goes wrong, it'll show up here in your notifications. I also get emails, and the emails showed me these 3 tags. So I started getting emails and it was like Easy Blog Network site is down, Easy Blog site is down, Easy Blog site is down. I was like, wow, something's going on with Easy Blog Networks, you know what I mean? So tags become very, very helpful to allow you to work on a group of sites, or just define a group of sites to look at to get an overall view, as well as if I click on actions and switch view. Right now I have the tag set for only show easy blog networks, and what's on the left side is all the sites. What's on the right side is, you can see there's 3 buttons. Here's the themes that are active, or not active, installed across this entire network of easy blog network sites. These are the plugins, and these are the tags that are going on with this site. So if I want to see, you know, a certain plugin, I can see AdSense privacy policy is pretty much activated on this group of sites. I can deactivate it, I can activate it, I can add a group of plugins to this group of sites, I can delete a group of plugins to this group of sites. So the whole thing is just designed to help you do things that you used to do singularly and manually, but now you can do them in bulk. So it's a pretty amazing piece of software just on the WordPress management side of things, and you get all that for free. So some of the paid features that we have that you guys will have access to for 30 days are backups. The great thing about backups, you can store your backups to any FTP service, Dropbox, OneDrive, Amazon, or Google Drive. You can set a schedule and set a limit before the old backups start dropping off. So for instance, this site, Lollipop Luskill, I set it, back it up every week, but only keep the 5 most recent backups so that I don't use up too much space. And what I tell people here is, you know, your limit, like how many do you want to keep before you start dropping old ones off? Really just think of it as 5 times how often your schedule is. So this is 5 weeks of backups, which for me on this site is pretty good. If anything goes wrong, I should know about it within 5 weeks, right? And then, well, how often should you back up? Well, to me, I think back up as often as you make updates to your site. So if you're making updates to your site every day, then maybe you should do a daily backup. If you're making updates every week, do a weekly backup. And if you're really not doing many updates, do a monthly backup. So does that make sense? It's pretty simple. You choose where you want to store it, you choose how often you want to back it up, and you choose how many backups you want to keep. And then it just automatically does that for all your sites. So that is a pro feature. You'll get access to it for 30 days. Our rank tracker is another one. We have an API with Pro Rank Tracker. That's the service we use, where you can basically track the rankings of your keywords for sites that you have. So you can see I have this old school site, Goal Resurfacing Phoenix, that I built on a rank and rent property like 4 years ago, still ranking really well. So we can do keyword rank tracking in here. We can see graphs, a lot of the stuff that you get, just like Pro Rank Tracker, you can pull it into here. But the nice thing is it's all in one place. It's easy to find. So there's a rank tracker. Our schema builder, you really should go watch the webinars on schema to learn how to use schema. But what we've done here, the big difference between the prior version of this software, which was called Project Supremacy version 2, and this one is in Project Supremacy version 2, there was no dashboard. It was just you had to install the plugin on each site you wanted to use it in. And the plugin had a schema builder inside of it, but it was very, very limited the amount of schema that we could use. So people kept asking us for like, can you add this type of schema? And can you add that type of schema? And as new schema types came out, they wanted those things. So finally what we did, and our plugin was getting bloated, and that was the problem. Our plugin was getting bigger and bigger because, as you can see, guys, right up here, these are all the schema types that there are, and there's literally hundreds. And to code hundreds of schema types plus the thousands of properties, the plugin was getting too big and bloated. So we created a builder that happens in a central place. So you basically would build your schema on our schema builder, and then you send it out to your sites using your website manager. You build the site here, save it under the folder for your URL. So like for instance, this Asbestos Law Pro. Okay, I'll just click on this. Here's the schema. I'll look at only the properties of the schema that I built, and then I'll view the code. So there's the piece of code that I built. And then what I would do is just assign it to the site. So then I would go back to my dashboard, and I'm going to move fast. And a lot of you are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? But that's what the question part's for. So I'm just going over this really quickly. So assigning that schema, once it's built, I would just come here, type in, there's the site, and then I would manage this singular website. So here's the themes for this website, the post plugin, all that stuff. So schemas. So then I'd come here, and then this would load the schemas that I built for that particular, since I'm in this Asbestos Law Pro, what this will do is load the schemas that are saved in that folder. So there you can see it. And then to assign it, all I do is click the button. And once it's over here, it's on the home page. If I wanted to put it on a specific page, then I could just choose posts or pages, assign it to those, or click browse posts, sorry, up here. So it'll load up all the posts and pages on the site. I would say I only want to look at my pages. Well, here's my pages. I want to apply it to that site, that site, that site, and then it would load here and you just click it over. So that's the big difference. Our plugin that's on the actual websites, the Project Sprem CV3 plugin, has a list of features. It's just not as big as V2 was, and everything's a lot faster. We have articles integration and integration with I Need Articles and iWriter, so that if you want to order articles right from within here, you can. Not a lot of people are using this. We might strip it out. And then under your account, there's some cool stuff in here. There is email notifications. So like when things are going wrong, website deactivations, plugins, themes, or cores that need updates, or your backups are restored, you can get email notifications or choose to turn them on or off or whatever. My plugins and themes is basically, it's like a personal vault of plugins and themes that you like to use all the time. So if you notice you're using it all the time, you can actually specify that you want that plugin to show up here. And these are all your most favorite plugins, and these are all your most favorite themes. And then what you can do with your plugins is create little groups. So for instance, if I want to look at a group, okay, I want to load my group. So these are the plugins I would use on all my money sites. So I'd load that. And these 3 plugins, I want them to go on all my money sites. Now what I can do is go back to my web. Once I created the group and saved it first, once I uploaded all my favorite plugins that I use, I created a tag for each of the plugins that go on different setups. Then I could come back here and say, okay, load up money sites, do a switch view. Okay, and then what I would do is click on plugins, and if I wanted to load those 3 plugins on those 50 sites, I'd scroll down to the bottom here, and we're gonna actually move this. Where is it? Select all the sites first. There we go. So then I could go like this: plugins, upload plugins, my plugins, select a group. I want my money site group. It'll tick off those 3 plugins, and then I just click add to queue. And what will happen is it'll load that group of plugins to that group of sites. So it's very, very well thought out software. What else do we got? API keys for all your hookups. I'm not going to go into there. Websites and backup settings. So that's kind of the front end of the software, or I should say the cockpit side, the dashboard. Like there's also the plugin, and I'm just going to go over this quickly, guys, and then I'm going to come back to questions. So this is the central control board, but the actual plugin you have to upload first, so you can see it right here, Project Sprem CV3 as a WordPress plugin. Once you upload the plugin to your site, it connects to your dashboard so that you can do everything. And then here, some of the features, one of them is an easy WP setup. So if you have new blogs and you want to set up a new blog by removing all the pages, all the posts, like those quick setups that you do with WordPress, you want to kind of tune it a certain way, you can do it all here. It's kind of like Anchor Shukla's WP Fresh Start. We built the same thing into here. Migrating from other plugins. So if you have V2 and you want to migrate to V3, you can just have both plugins activated, and we'll migrate all your data from V2 over to V3. We also do it for Yoast and all-in-one. And then the SEO settings. These you're going to have access to for all the 50 free sites forever. And the SEO settings, some of the stuff that I use quite a bit are the redirects. So these create 301 redirects. If you're running pages and you want to send one page to another using a 301, even externally, if you want to have a page leave your site and externally 301 redirect, you can do it here. You can handle all your 301 redirects. I use this so much actually, and it's so awesome. And the nice thing about our 301 redirect part of our SEO settings here is that you can actually set it, turn it on to automatically create 301 redirects, so that if you're working on a page and you change the URL, it can automatically create a 301 redirect for you and put it in here for you, so that, you know, like say you build a page and then it's not ranking well, so you need to change the URL, but you built a bunch of backlinks to it. Well, unless you set up a 301 redirect or go back and change all your backlinks to point to the new page, you're going to kind of lose all your data. So 301 redirects are super easy, super fast ways to point one page to another on a permanent basis that Google likes. And you can have it happen automatically, or you can turn off the automatic and set them up manually. But the 301 redirects are just awesome. So once again, you can internally 301 redirect, or you can externally 301 redirect, meaning if someone accesses this page of my site, send them off the site to another page. I use it all the time. Another one I use is Open Graph. This one is kind of like you would set up a default Open Graph here, and then if you don't specify on each page or post what the Open Graph settings are, it will use the default one, but you can also do that on a page specific level. Scripts is another one I use kind of quite a bit. Everything here is global, by the way. Global settings apply to all posts and pages unless otherwise specified. So like for instance, scripts, I have Facebook Pixel script on every page. So for all you Pixel users, if you want to install, you know, a Facebook Pixel for yourself or for your clients, well, here's how you do it. You'd install Project Friendly's PSv3, install it on their site, go to SEO settings, go to scripts, install your code, and then boom, it's done. I also have Facebook like codes. Any header scripts that you need to add, you can add here in the global setting. Webmaster Tools as well, easy way to integrate with Google Analytics, Pinterest, Yandex, Bing. Great stuff there. Reviews is for when you want to collect and display reviews on your site. So an example of that, I guess, would be this site. Actually, Project Supremacy has it too, so I'll go there. Oops. So we allow you to collect and display real user reviews, and it builds automatically into the Schema aggregate rating as well. But let's just take a look at it real quick. Okay, so like here where it says read our reviews, we have a 5.0 ratings from 5 reviews so far, and it's only showing 2. I have it set to only show 2 at random. If I reload the page, it'll randomize the ones that it shows, but there are 5 in total. If I want to see all 5, I'll click show more, and then that way it'll show all the reviews. But you can specify it to randomize the reviews that display. You can specify it to only show a certain number. If you have like 50, only show 5 and randomize them, or you can just show them all. And then you can leave a review, so you can click here and then people can submit a review. And this part of the plugin allows you to build your review collection and display boxes, and it's just got all kinds of options to make it work well with your site, to integrate and design well into your site. Really cool thing. This is a pro feature. You'll get access to it for 30 days if you want. If you want to keep using it, you'd have to get a subscription. Project management, this is all plugin features too, by the way, guys. Project management is what I use to optimize my sites on a single dashboard. So the old way of optimizing, we'd have to go to each page and post, put in our title, our H1s, you know, a lot of people use Yoast, so they'd use Yoast to control all their SEO elements. Well, the nice thing about this one, Project Planner, is it allows you to basically do all the optimization for all the pages or a specific set of pages from one place. So for instance, you can see here, here's the WordPress management page, here's the JSON schema generator page, here's our home page for this site, here's the optimization page. And what I'm doing with each of these is I'm pulling in the keywords that I want to rank for. You can research keywords, or you already can know the keywords you want. I'm pulling them in. I'm grabbing the volume and CPC. It's these 2 columns. I'll make it a bit bigger here. I'm grabbing the volume and CPC for those keywords that I want to rank on this page for, so that I can see them. And then I'm getting competition metrics, broad phrase, in title, and in URL. I'm getting competition metrics to basically see how easy or hard each of the keywords are to rank for. And then I'm also saying, show me the ranking of the keywords. So you can see this group here, ranking number 2 for the keywords that have no search volume, which sucks. But then these ones, 5,400, 5,400, 26, 46, 70. So the nice thing about this is a really good group to focus on is these are the keywords that I want to be ranking for, and you can see they're a little harder. So maybe what I need to do is optimize a little harder, since these aren't doing that well for these types of keywords. So I can change my title, I can change my URL, I can change my description, and I can change my H1 for every page in this group or on my entire site from one spot, rather than going page to page to doing it. And it's also backwards compatible, meaning if I make a change here, it changes on the page. So like I'm going to go to the page actually to the page editor, the one you guys are normally used to seeing in WordPress. And here it is, like just in WordPress, right? So that box actually links over. Sorry, my internet's getting all funked here. Can you guys still hear me? Give me one real quick. Okay, thanks.
Yes, you're fine.
Yeah, so this is the really here, guys, all I'm doing is optimizing while looking at all the necessary data for all my pages in one place. When I go over to the page, you can see I use Thrive themes. So there's my Fusion builder. You guys are probably used to seeing this, but here it is. Like this is it's kind of like if you've seen Yoast, you've seen where you can put in your title, your URL, and your description, and then get like a little bit of data about it. So this is our project supremacy box that shows up on each of the posts and pages on your site. And I can either make a change here or I can make a change here, and it'll update in both places. So it's backwards compatible. So I'm always like making sure that no matter where I'm making my changes, it's saving and showing in both places. And I use this a ton when I'm optimizing sites. Even when I'm planning a site, I look at this like a blueprint. So if I have a brand new site and I don't even have anything on it, no pages, no nothing, I just want to start creating a plan, I can do that as well by basically creating a new project. You can see I have a bunch of different projects here. Some of these are just research. Other ones are like, this is a live plan that I'm working on, but some of these are just research. So you can see this one, keyword research. I'll load this, where I'm just looking for keywords that I want. And how I would do that is I go like this. If I started a new project that would be blank, maybe I'll just do it. I'll just start a new project. So let's say you have a website and you want to do like a weight loss website or something, and you don't know where to start. So you can just, if you have your domain, or you could even start a project on another domain and then move it over. Like I can move any of these projects from this domain to another domain. So let's say I want to do a weight loss site. I don't know the domain yet. So I'm just going to start doing some keyword research. I'm going to create a new project, and it's just, idea weight loss, call it whatever you want. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll load that, and you'll see when we load it, it's empty, right? So I can either pull in, if I have pages, I can pull the pages in to get an analysis of the pages that I have. Or if it's a brand new site and I have no pages and I need to start getting keyword ideas and groups of keywords that I want to create different pages for, what I can do is automatically generate groups right here. What this will do is allow you to start creating groups based on a keyword. So let's do weight loss over 40, because that's me. I'm a guy that's over 40 and I need to lose weight. And then the maximum number of keywords to pull. Well, this is based on credits, so you do have to be careful how many you pull. So let's just, for today, let's pull 250 keywords, and I want a minimum search volume of 1,000 searches per month, and I want a minimum cost per click of $1. Okay, and then I don't need any language or country settings. I'll just click OK. So what that does, guys, is it goes to the AdWords. We have an AdWords API, and of course, right now it's overloaded at the moment. People are using it. So it'll give you the message down there. But what that'll do is it'll go to AdWords as if you were using AdWords and pull back a project that looks like this one. Okay, it'll say this one's a search engine marketing group, this one's a WP clone group. It'll give you all these ideas. So now from this group, I'll be like, obviously I don't want to create a page that I'm trying to rank for all these keywords. It's too much, right? I need to start focusing it down. So what I could do is go actions, add a new group. Okay, we're gonna call it, well, let me see. Let's look in these keywords. Let's say I want to rank for SEO checker or website or something. What I could do, actually, this is what you can do. Take a big group of keywords that when you do a research, this little button here, word cloud, what it'll do is actually load all the words that are existing in this group and put it into a word cloud. So the word SEO, if I click it, will highlight where the word SEO shows up in all these keywords. Now, remember, this is just a research group. So I know SEO is a pretty good starting point for this group of keywords, but it's too vague. So let's do the word checker. Okay, there we go. So 1, 2, 3 keywords. There's only 3 keywords, checker, and if you hover over it, it actually shows you 3 keywords. Or plugin, there's only 1, packages 1, cheap. So let's go with checker. Okay, so we'll create a new group. We'll just call it checker, and maybe we want to have a page with content on it that's going to focus on the keyword checker because we see it as an opportunity, right? So I create that group, and here it is down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the keywords out of this mishmash and into a more focused group, right? And it's easy to do. Once again, I can click on my cloud. Okay, I'll look for the word checker, and maybe we'll change this so that it doesn't, there it is. We can change it so it's quicker to find. And then what I can do is click this keyword, and this keyword. Now that I know they're highlighted. Oh, sorry, I got to hold down Alt so that they highlight in blue. I hold down the Alt key on my keyboard and see when they're highlighted in blue, the whole strip. Now I can click on them. Oops. Oh, I did it again. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now those 3 keywords I can drag out of that mishmash group and drag them into this group, right? Because I actually want to target a page for the word that has checker in it. So now let's just say those are the 3 keywords I wanted. Now I can start creating a title, or I guess I have my volume, my data. I'd want to get some competition data. So then what I would do is click the actions lightning bolt, and I'd say click get keyword competition. And what that'll do is go out and search the broad phrase and in title and in URL match for each of those 3 keywords. So now I have all my data in one place and the keywords that I want to rank for. So now I can start optimizing, right? So I can even keyword cloud my little group of keywords, right? Let's say you have, so here's basically there's in this group of 3 keywords, there's only 4 total words. So my title might be, and the bigger ones are obviously showing up more often. So SEO shows up in all 3, checker shows up in all 3, website shows up in one of them, and rank shows up in one of them. Well, I could probably rank for all 3 of those keywords with one page, no problem, right? So I would do something like this, SEO as a title, checker to help rank websites. So what did I just do with my title? I aggressively optimized for the word SEO checker. I also have the word rank and websites in there. So in my title, I'm actually covering all 3 of these keywords. Not all 3 of them exactly, but all, you know what I mean? Like that's the difference between broad match and phrase match. Like I have a broad match for all 3 of those keywords, but the most important one to me would be SEO checker. It has 49,500. So I put that first in my title. But now I also have an opportunity to rank for website SEO checker because I have website SEO checker in my title, and SEO rank checker because I have SEO rank and checker, right? So now I would create a URL. Well, I'd probably want to rank for my most important keywords, so I would do SEO checker and leave out the other ones, right? And now I need a description, another Google element. Our free SEO checker will help you rank websites in Google more easy to, right? Or whatever. But you guys kind of see what I'm doing. I'm able to really quickly optimize a single page or a group of keywords on a site by first doing research for the keywords, to focusing into a group of keywords that are kind of more random than what you might have thought of, looking at which ones are the more important ones, being aggressive in my title and URL for them, but still including all these other little guys throughout my optimization, okay? So that's kind of the project planner really quickly, and it's amazing. You can do brand new websites with no keywords by using the research method. You can take an existing website and if I go back to my projects, you could take in an existing website. Actually, we'll do it in this ideal weight loss one. Maybe we'll just change the name. We can call this audit. I'll show you the audit. So if we were going to audit an existing website, I'd click load. Okay, I need to add a group. Oops, sorry. What we're going to do here is audit a website that already has pages. So what we're going to do is create groups from existing pages or posts. Say you want to see, like in one place, what are all the titles, URLs, and H1s and shit that I have on my current website? I need to see it in a quick place. So then what I could do is say, okay, add groups based on the pages or posts that I already have. So here I'll select pages, okay? And then what I can do is show more results. Instead of 5, I'm going to show 50, okay? And say I want to optimize this one, lesson 2, lesson 3, 4, whatever. I can select whatever pages or posts, right? And then when I'm done, create groups from selected. And now what it does is it actually pulls in, okay, let me expand these. This is the actual titles, URLs, and descriptions that you have set for pages that already exist. So this is kind of a way to quickly audit websites that you have, right? Like I can see for this page, I don't even have a description here. Is that good, bad? I don't know. Well, at least I know now. Here's my title, here's my URL, here's my missing description, and here's my H1. If I want to create a note, this is a little space for creating notes just for your own mental clarity. And then you can even start adding keywords or dragging keywords into this group and saying, like, I need to be, you know, maybe you find a new keyword that you think this page would do well to target. Well, you can add the keyword to the group and then get the volume CPC and data. So that's the audit. And then the other thing is there was the research, there was the audit, and there was a third one, but I kind of forget it right now because I'm talking so much. It's just flexible, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. The project planner is just, I'll tell you this, guys, I don't know of another tool like it. And if you guys do, please let me know about it. There is no other optimization dashboard tool that does as much of this. So this whole project manager, guys, once again, free for 30 days, and then it becomes paid only. And the stuff for the keyword volume and CPC, you have to buy credits for those, but we give you some free credits for the first 30 days. And then if you want them after that, you have to pay for it. That's just the project manager. Link manager is another one I use a shit ton of. This is another plugin feature. It allows you to create short codes for affiliate links and all types of links. And so you would go in here, set up a short code for a link that you want to use a lot, and then you can use that short code throughout your website. Say I want, you know, this register for a webinar, I can use this short code all throughout my website. And then if I ever have to update the link, well, instead of updating it in every place, I just update it here, and the short code takes care of the changes across my entire website for me. So it's kind of like Pretty Links. I know a lot of people use Pretty Links, but the nice thing as well about it, let me finish these features and I'll go into the other ones, which is really cool. So number one, it can create a short code. Number two, it can create a masked URL. And the masked URL, what that's for is if you want to use a link to this particular affiliate link, but you want to use it offsite, right? Meaning on Facebook or Twitter or email. So you can copy the masked URL. And if I paste that here, you can kind of see in the address bar, I pasted it. It's actually, the link is v3.projectsupremacy.com !go=3. And if I actually go visit that link, it'll take me to a registration of a webinar. So I can share that link on Facebook, emails, inside or outside of my blog, and it'll track what's happening for me. But there you go. So it can be an affiliate link, a webinar registration link, but it also gives you stats for all your links and what's happening with all your links, right? The other nice thing with this is when you're setting up a short code, this is what it would look like. So it'll say, what do you want to call the short code? What is basically the title going to be, or the clickable word that you want to use if you're using it as an anchor text? And then what's the URL that you're using, right? And then these three features, do you want your link to open in a new window? Do you want to set a no follow rel attribute for the link? And do you want to mask the URL, meaning use the pretty link on top of it, not the ugly link, right? So there's all kinds of features in the link management one, and it's just awesome. And the other one that the other feature that I was talking about earlier that I kind of want to say, the nice thing about this, guys, is when you're using the masked links, it becomes an internal link that's specific to your site. So like, let's say I was advertising, I don't know what, it doesn't even matter what I'm advertising. My link is always going to be branded to my website, right? Which helps you look good, right? So let's say, for instance, you're mailing your list. If I was mailing the Project Supremacy list, but I was mailing them an affiliate link for an autoresponder, in my mail, I would have my link be the same as my actual website, like the company, right? So it's pretty, it's branded to you and each website that you want, but it still is an affiliate link that works. But you guys kind of get what I'm saying? Like, it's a pretty link for your domain that you have the plugin installed on. And there's all kinds of features with it. And then, so I'll move on quickly and then I'll get to the Q&A. Rescue Center, guys. This is, I don't actually use this one that much because I don't need to be honest. But this is just a way to quickly restore WordPress to different past versions or future versions, like, and tells you what files got changes. So like if WordPress auto updates on you and you don't like what happened, you can use this to roll back to a specific WordPress version. So there you go. So like right now, this site is on WordPress 5.21. Oh, I need to roll it back to like, 4.99 or whatever. I can do that. And then I select what I want to roll back to. It will download the files for that version. The next step would be, it'll show you what files that you have that need to be deleted, changed, or erased. I don't use it that much, to be honest, but it is there for you. This is a virus scanner for your plugin and theme directory. It's just a nice thing to have to check if people are doing SQL injection attacks on you. It'll tell you if anything is bad, so you can see. So it'll help you rescue. So if there's something bad showing up, you can restore it from the WordPress repository. Like if it finds anything, it didn't find anything, but scanning the uploads directory, that's your media bay. And then this one is to clone your website. So if you want to clone a website, what you would do is install Project Supremacy v3 on the website that you want to clone from, install it on the website that you want to clone to, go to the website that you want to clone from. So like, let's say I wanted abc.com to show up on this domain. I would have the plugin installed, and then I just type in abc.com, and then I click verify connection. Since Project Supremacy is installed on both, it'll make a copy of abc.com on this domain. So there's a cloner. So that's another pro feature. So a lot of shit, guys, like I said, and a lot of people get really overwhelmed because there's a lot of shit. But what I try to encourage people to do is, you don't need to use things that you don't want to use, right? Like if you see a certain feature of this that you really like, well, then just get it for that. Like the 301 redirects, for instance, or the project planner, just get it for that and use it. And I'll tell you this, guys, a lot of the features that we have are worth the price alone of the software. So like $47 a month is our entry point after your 30 days to use like everything. Well, the schema builder alone is worth $100 a month, because the next best schema builder on the market is called Schema app, and they're the only other one that I know of that have the entire schema.org library available to you. They're $100 a month for a single site. The rank tracking that's included with this is worth $27 a month. So don't be afraid of the features, because there's a lot of them, and you'll learn them over time with webinars like this, with watching the webinar replays and stuff like that. And you'll love it, and you will love it. Every time I do a webinar like this, where people that already have the tool come back and they get reminded of a certain feature or something, they're like, oh my God, I forgot you guys have that. I love it, I love it, I love it. So this tool, guys, is so important to me in my business, in Todd's business. I use it for literally everything. It's just so much simpler now to use this. So anyways, let me back up here and start answering questions all the way to the start. We're already an hour in. Whoops. Quick vape here. So Carl, way back you asked, what's the best SEO service to get, SERPed or SEMrush or Ahrefs, if you had to choose one? I'd have to ask what you're looking for, first of all, in each of those or all those. Like they kind of all have a lot of similar features, but they also have different features. So I'd suggest, if I would answer it like this: if the thing you're looking for is domain analytics, don't get any of them, because the entry level price to them is minimum, I think, $100 a month. Get a Project Supremacy v3 account, because we integrate with Ahrefs and Majestic to give you backlink and site data for all your sites. So for instance, let's go to, here's a good one. So this site, if I go to the management of this website, okay, and then I go over to the metrics tab, here's the Ahrefs data that I pulled in on September 18th of 2018. So I can update it, but this is the data on that date from Ahrefs, and this is the Majestic SEO data. So the DR, the Ahrefs, how many backlinks, how many referring pages, you can see all this data. It's the same stuff as the Ahrefs, just presented differently. And then here's the Majestic data: trust flow, citation flow, trust metric. But I'm going to expand this, and then I'm going to look at backlinks. Here's the backlink data. I can see all the backlinks that I have to this site, Culinary Top 50, from Ahrefs or from Majestic. There's the tabs, there's the backlinks for them. And then I can also see my anchor text profile from Ahrefs or Majestic. That is credit based. You can buy credits in the shop for each of the elements. So if you want to do keyword research, you can buy credits. If you want to do competition research, you can buy credits. If you want to rank track more, you can buy credits. If you want more sub accounts. But here's Majestic and Ahrefs. $10 a month for 1,000 credits, and 1,000 credits will do quite a few domains and give you data for them. So I'd suggest if all you're after is data, Ahrefs and Majestic data, just get a V3 account. The $47 a month one, it already comes with Ahrefs and Majestic credits in it, so you can pull in data that way. But if you want it for like the keyword research stuff or the, I don't know, I'm not really sure what you want it for, so it's kind of a hard question to answer. Tony says there's only 625 entries on the webinar archive. I can make it through that in a few years. I don't go to a library to read every book. I go to a library to find the book I need. I don't actually go to libraries. It's just an analogy though. Yeah, you only need to find the thing you're looking for there, and that's why we set it up that way. But I know you're kidding, Tony, as well. How can you tell if you have PSv3? Well, you should remember signing up for it, and you should have it in your email, and you can log in. You can try and request a password using your email if you really don't know that you have it. Actually, it would just be here. If you go to app.projectsupremacy.com, whoops, I'm logged in. Let me log out and I'll show you. Here's the lost your password link. So app.projectsupremacy.com. I'll give that to you, Christopher Zach, and see if you got it already by requesting a lost password. Is this like PSv2? It's quite a bit more than PSv2. Where is this software? Is this included with Pixel Scout? It's not included with Pixel Scout because it's a different software, but we gave a link in the group for you guys to grab it. I'm not sure if you can still see those links, Jordan, but I put them in earlier. But the one that says projectsupremacy.com free trial Pixel, let me see if I can copy the link. Send it over again. I'll send it over. There you go, guys. There's the link again. Randy says, if I want to do some work on a client website but don't plan to keep them on PSv3 site long term, do I need to install Schema in a different manner, or will Schema installed through PSv3 remain? No, with V3, everything that you do stays with you, stays with the plugin installed. So if you leave and uninstall the plugin, it takes your work with you, including the Schema. The way that it works, and we do this on purpose, is when you're creating titles, descriptions, H1, schemas, reviews, they're actually being stored in a database, and Project Supremacy V3 is calling on that database, and you can turn access to that call on or off with Project Supremacy V3, and you can also do it remotely. So if you're working on a client site and you're putting all this stuff in, and then you remove V3, the connection to the database is severed. So these pages will no longer have these titles, descriptions. They won't have the schemas. They won't have the reviews until it's turned back on for your clients. If what we suggest though is if you do work with a client, they're happy and you guys end on good terms and they would like to keep it, you would have to tell them, well, then you need to purchase a V3 account because you need to keep it active. And then you could just switch out your license. What you would do is go into the actual site and then just change your license from your email to their email, and it'll keep everything. Christopher says, so basically PSv3 is a WordPress management system where you can manage all of your WordPress sites on an external dashboard that have the VS3 plugin. It is that, but that's what it is at its core. It also has all the other features that we showed you, like building schema, rank tracking, project planning, link management. It's just got a real shit ton of stuff for SEOs specifically, or agencies specifically. Lois, I'm looking at working on the speed of my site, and there are 3 plugins that take up the most time, and one of them is Supremacy. Any suggestions to work on the speed? I would hit our support desk, Lois, and maybe work with the developers on what it is that you think is slowing things down. I'd be interested in that as well. Grant says, can I get a college credit for this webinar? Yeah, they're pretty, it's a big software. It's a lot to go over. Bridget, I came late to the webinar and just caught the back end of the project manager. I already own V3. Is this now an add-on? No, it's always been there actually, Bridget, which means you didn't go through the training videos. Oh yeah, onboarding. That was the other thing I want to show you guys. Thank you for reminding me, Bridget. Onboarding. Everybody should watch onboarding, every video. If you want to use this software and really feel confident about it, there's the link to onboarding. Video 1 is about getting support and adding sites to your dashboard. Video 2 is about how to set up tags, how to do filters, bulk WordPress plugin and theme management. Video 3 is how to back up your sites and do rank tracking. Video 4 is how to build schema and assign them using the software. Video 5 is about how to set up your sites to collect and display reviews. Video 6 is all about the project manager that I showed you, the dashboard for optimizing your sites. Video 7 is about using the SEO plugin, so the features like the 301 redirects and stuff like that, and the tiny MCE editor shortcodes, which I didn't even show you guys. And video 8 is all about the link manager. Watch the videos, guys. Like, I didn't shoot these things just to sit there. They're for you. Take advantage of those because you might find stuff in this software that you didn't know that you had, just like you, Bridget, that's been there and you see it now and you love it, but you've always had access to it, so you could have been using it a while ago. She's like, I was so long ago, I don't remember shit. Yeah, I guess that's why we have these webinars too, to help remind you. But I guarantee you this, Bridget, when you start using it and you get used to it, you'll never forget about it again, because it's, I mean, I'm like that. I no longer do SEO without the project planner. I can't even, I don't even like, Wolfgang left, so I'm not going to answer that. I was thinking to use the free sub for 50 sites, but this is so powerful, I'll do the 47 a month just to see the features. Thank you, Tony. That's awesome. I guess I should show you guys too. You from your like, it doesn't show on my account, but when you guys sign up for a free account, you'll have a little tab over here on the right that tells you how much time is left on your free trial. And then you'll also have another tab here that says want more power, and you can click that and that'll bring up the buttons to where you can like upgrade your account to the different levels. And you definitely want to be signed in before you upgrade. Like, don't get a free account and then go to the home page and buy a new account, and then, because it doesn't work like that. You need the same email, obviously, right? Like, to keep all your stuff once you upgrade. So yeah, just sign in and go into your dashboard if you want to upgrade. And then also if you want to shop. The nice thing about the shop, guys, is some people kind of want to, like, when your free trial expires and you lose access to those features, some people like, no, sorry, you can't do it like that. You can go on the $47 a month plan and buy more of certain things. So say, like, I only want to do $47 a month plan, but I want more rank tracking. I don't care about Ahrefs credits or Majestic credits, but I want more rank tracking specifically. Well, you can buy that in the shop, and you can customize your plan based on the basic plan, or you want more keyword research for the project. Like, these two are for the project planner, competition and keyword research. Maybe you want more of those only, rather than upgrading to a whole bigger plan. You can kind of just section it out if you want to, and that's the nice thing about the shop. And that tab will be the shop tab, and then the other one will be like want more power. That's after your free trial expires that you'll upgrade. These things will lock out, by the way, guys, when your free trial is over. Like backups, rank tracker, schema builder, you'll still see them, but the page will be like, you can't use those anymore. You'll say upgrade your account. Same in the plugin. The plugin will do the same thing. You'll still see all the stuff, but it'll show you that you no longer can use it because your free trial's over. The other thing I want to be very, very clear about as well, guys, with the free trial, especially the 50 sites free trial, when you guys take a free trial, and if you take a free trial and you only want the free trial, it does put a Project Supremacy V3 link in the footer of your sites and your client sites or anybody that you install it on. Okay. That's the reason we do that is because a lot of people obviously want the free trial and that's all they want, and we don't make any money on that. In fact, it does cost us money, So we put a little bit of branding back in the footer, back to Project Supremacy v3. It'll look similar to this. Okay, and that will be on all your sites for free trials. When your free trial ends though, it'll take that link off automatic, not when it ends. If you upgrade to a paid plan, it will automatically remove the footer links from your sites as well. And I do want to be clear about that, just because some people don't like it. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't like it, then don't get the free trial. It's the only way we can kind of brand and market ourselves a little bit more when we're giving shit away for free forever, right? That's why we do that. So the two ways to get rid of it: don't use it or upgrade to a $47 a month plan. Bridget Wolfgang, Tony, I read that one. I don't see the links, but I already signed up. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Joseph, I got here late. How will Google's mobile first project be affected by what V3 does to the speed of our sites loading? I can't really answer that with any sort of certainty because I don't even know what Google's mobile first project is, Joseph. Dave says, do I get the Majestic and Ahrefs credit with a pro plan? Yeah, I'll show you what the pro plans have. Like I'll show you the basic plan, the $47 a month one. So the $47 a month one, your 50 sites goes up to 100 sites. Your keyword tracking goes to 300. You can track 300 keywords. You'll get 300 credits to pull in AdWords volume and CPC from the project planner. You'll get 300 credits to pull in competition metrics in the project planner. You'll get 1,000 credits to pull in data from Ahrefs and Majestic. You'll get access to the schema builder, and you'll be able to add 2 sub-users to your account. So yeah, you do get the Ahrefs and Majestic on the 47 plan. If the big plan is the big plan, the agency, you go up to 500 sites, 1,500 keyword rank trackings, 1,500 keywords, volume and CPC, 1,500 competition metrics, 5,000 Ahrefs credits, and 20 sub-users. Agencies typically have a lot of sub-users. Basically allow you guys to set a username and password and then certain sites and certain features for that user. So like I can set up a user that only has access to the dashboard, websites, and schema, but they can't access backups or rank tracker, and they can only see certain sites. I can say only show them these sites and allow that VA to only work on these sites and these features. That's what sub-users are for. That's in account settings, sub-accounts. So say I wanted to give my VA access to, let's say just my sites that are on IP networks or something. I would just load that tag and then select them. And so this particular user, so like, Johnny Boy and his passwords, whatever, set him a username and a password, right? And then say he's only allowed to see these sites and he's only allowed to hide these functions from him. Don't let him download the plugin. Don't let him use articles. Don't let him use backups or the rank tracker, and then save changes. So you can completely control what your sub-users have access to. Does PS work with Elementor WordPress page builder? Yeah. Dave says, I'm not seeing any credits for Majestic. Then Dave, you're gonna have to reach out to support using this little box right here. When you log in, use this box and ask them why you don't have Ahrefs credits, and they'll tell you. You also might not have it in your plan. You might have one of our older accounts where those weren't included. I'm not sure, but reach out to support and they'll tell you. Where are the recordings? Well, the easy way when you're logging in is right here under shoutouts. Onboarding video training series, our knowledge base, and our, I don't know, that's to register for webinars. Where is there? Oh yeah, replays are right here. But the link is v3.projectsupremacy.com webinars. The other thing is the menu actually has that link in it. So like if you even go to if you can't remember, you can just go to v3.projectsupremacy.com or just projectsupremacy.com, because I think we have that forwarded to V3 now, because that's what we're selling. We're not selling V2 anymore. can't remember. But either way, yeah, it does redirect. So if you can't remember where those are, everything that you need is up here. So right here, we have a blog. Right here is webinars in the menu. And then pricing, you just click on manage 50 sites for free and you'll get to the pricing table. So it should have everything you want. I got to the end of the questions, guys. So I'm only gonna ask once because we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna give you guys 1 or 2 more minutes to ask questions, and I will not ask again. Hopefully everyone's learned some good stuff about V3 already. But if you have any specific questions about the software, your dealings with the software, go ahead and ask now. Otherwise, we will end this webinar and upload it into the database, the searchable database of yes, I want to break out. There we go. Just trying to get to webinars. Yeah, the searchable database of webinars is the word I'm looking for. Will we ever have a one-off price? No, we can't do a one-off price. Because the things that you use cost us money to run them. Like every month we pay for those credits to resell them to you guys, so we can't do a single price. I mean, we could do like a big price, but you wouldn't like it. I mean, the best way to do one-off, Christopher Zach, is to do an annual plan. Those are the biggest savings and the biggest, like an annual pricing is like $467 a year, which is 2 months free. But that's 1 year. I don't know, that's the closest we got. Did I just mute myself? How long have I been muted? 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Did you guys hear me when I was talking about that Supremacy Digital? I don't even know how I think, Todd, you muted me. Okay. Let me state all that again then. Or maybe I muted myself. I don't even know what happened. Supremacy Digital, guys. This URL that I just gave you is all of our events company-wide. So what Supremacy Digital is our website that kind of encompasses everything Todd and I do, all our software products. You can come here, you can read about our company, read about our products. We have to add Pixel Scout to this still. You can sign up, and inside the members area, we give away free courses that we've done in the past. We give away, we try to get guests like different people that were experts in the area to do some courses and put them in there. Any sales webinars that we have for like the bigger products, we put replays in there. So there's a really cool membership in there too. But this schedule of events is all our webinars across all of our software products. If you get, and this one right here is the one we're on. This is what's coming up next. We have special guests come on. We have Supremacy Digital webinars, SerpTech webinars, PSv3 training webinars. If you guys want to see anything that's going on with our company, you can come to this page. I put it in your chat box. And register for these webinars and stay up to date with what we're doing. That's really all I was yammering on about before I muted. And then Mike Claggart, did you hear me? Because I answered you too. No, okay, so what I said was open up that support ticket again and tell them to get Todd or I involved. Because we need to see the ticket. We kind of let support do their own thing. So if he's blaming W3 Total Cash and it's still not working, just, I mean, you have to say it's still not working, and I'd like her escalate it to Herc and Todd. That doesn't mean everybody can do that. It's for Mike here. Not everybody escalate to Herc and Todd. Our support's been pretty good. Christopher, is there training on how to get clients to use PSv3 with Supremacy Digital? I believe has some how to get clients webinars. And this special guest webinar that's coming up is going to be a lot about how to get clients. PSv3 is a great tool to use, not to get clients, but to help the clients that you have. So sales, I mean, is kind of, we don't do, typically Todd and I don't do a lot of sales training. We always have other guys come in that are better at sales than us, like Joe Troyer did one. He's great at sales. Even Dino is pretty good at sales. We've done sales webinars. Sign up to Supremacy Digital and just go through the stuff, like some of the free courses that we have. We always talk about sales, like rank and rent method as a sales method, or the 8-week local coaching is a sales method. Facebook ad consulting is a sales method. I just watch that kind of stuff. No, nothing is with the same login info, Grant Fox. You have to sign up to each. They're different systems, so they're different signups and logins and stuff. So I'm going to end it there, guys. I think I'm down at the bottom of the questions again. I think I covered everything that I needed to today. So thanks for coming. Excuse me. Thanks for coming on the webinar. Hope you learned something. I hope you like the software V3. It's pretty killer. It's a pretty killer software. If you don't have a free trial of it yet, definitely use the link that I gave you to get the free trial of it and start using it, and then start attending these webinars to come and learn. The next webinar won't be like a full-on feature based webinar, kind of how today I just showed you every feature. It'll be more like users saying, you know, show me more in detail something about the project planner, or show me more in detail something about how to build schema, or stuff like that. They'll be a lot more granular, but also, once again, reminder, in your shout outs, these links are great. In your replays area, use the search function, guys, like if you of V3. So if like you liked what you saw today on the link tracker or the affiliate link tracker, search for it, right? It's probably already been covered. We'll probably cover it again, but it doesn't hurt to give different perspectives each time, I guess. PHP, Open Graph. Make sure you use this. It'll get you to what you need really, really quickly. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Our next one will be in a month, and hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.